Can you introduce yourself, your full name, and how long have you lived in Townsend?
Sure. My name is Samuel Virgulio.
I'm John Barrett.
Alan Wayne Ruska.
Carol Rebecca Wright.
Victoria Burnell.
You know when you look at a map and jump from the ocean to coastline to land, your eyes dashing around until you focus in on a single spot, somewhere you have never heard of before.
I grew up on a poultry farm in Townsend, so from a very young age I was picking eggs and packing eggs, and once I got my license I was delivering eggs for the farm. We farmed until probably 1981 or 1982. In the interim, my parents bought the hardware store in Townsend. So from that point on, through college, I worked in the hardware store, and then after college, after I did a little bit of cancer research, I came back to the hardware store and have been there for the last 48 years.
I've lived in Townsend my entire life. I've never moved more than 2 miles. I love it, although it's changed a lot in the last number of years. And some places are hard to recognize anymore.
How has the town changed from when you were young to now?
Well, the obvious things first. When I graduated from high school, there were only 2,000 people in town. Now there's close to 10. So now, if I went to some of my favorite fishing places, I'd be walking across somebody's lawn.
I think another thing that's changed is it doesn't seem like you see kids outside as much as you used to. You know, I mean, we pretty much were outdoors, maybe with an exception for cartoons on Saturday mornings, especially in the wintertime. But
Back years ago, we, as kids, we got to be able to just go out and play a lot. You know, we played like, I don't know, kick the can or 1, 2, 3 red light or whatever else. And we didn't really have to have our parents around. We were always right there in the neighborhood. But I feel like as time has gone on, that has changed, probably because of safety reasons, and there is much more organized sports. Like when I was younger, there really wasn't much in that way, and now it's quite prevalent, I think.
We used to easily get around town, no challenges at all. For now we used to ride bikes, go everywhere. We didn't have cell phones at the time, so our enjoyment was hanging out with friends and doing crazy things. This generation is on their phones most of the time. You don't see a lot of folks out there on their bicycles or hanging out anymore. That's a little bit of a change as far as for being young and nowadays versus the old days, so to speak.
What was your schooling experience like when you were growing up, and did you pursue higher education?
So I did go to Spalding Memorial, and then of course I was here at North Middlesex, but of course we didn't have this school. So I graduated in '69.
We did have larger classes, I think, than people are accustomed to now, but we seem to do all right. When I went to Fitchburg State, I found that the kids from North Middlesex looked at what we were doing as sort of science and math review. We were a year ahead of all the people from Fitchburg and Leominster.
we had some great teachers, one of whom was Pearl Russell. I can't not mention Pearl. She taught my father mathematics back at Spalding, when Spalding was the high school. And she taught me algebra, or tried to anyway. But she did get me to pass, and she was a sweet lady. And she, before she passed at 100 years of age, she established a scholarship, which is available now for students at NM that are going on to study math.
Can you tell us about the school's naming competition?
Okay, that was when I was in the 6th grade, and they were starting to talk about having a regional school. And one of the first groups of towns that was going to be in it was there was going to be Ashby, Townsend, Pepperell, and Dunstable. So somebody came up with the name Ashtown Pepstable. But then Dunstable dropped out, so it was just Ashby, Townsend, and Pepperell. And a girl from Pepperell and I both sent in the same name, and we won the competition for North Middlesex Regional High School.
That's really cool.
And we got to be on the committee that chose the name of the teams, the school colors, the school class rings. We had our names on a plaque that was in the building. I don't know what's happened to it. And we were supposed to be able to go to any of the functions that happened in the school for free. But the school never got built until we were seniors. So we happened to both be seniors when our class was the first class in the new school.
So what does Townsend mean to you?
Townsend is home. That's what it means to me. It's safe, it's friendly, it's wonderful. I have all positive adjectives that are for Townsend.
You can tell just from my reaction that I love the town, and it was a great place to grow up, and it's changed, but I think a lot of change has been for the better. Some of the changes maybe not so much. I kind of much of the physical stuff is still there. But the way we were has changed.
I don't feel as though you have to be like in some other place to do what you want to do. Hopefully you can do it wherever you are. And it has a nice small town feel that I feel is that I like.
I feel fortunate that my parents moved to Townsend, stayed in Townsend, and did a business in Townsend. I love Townsend. I mean, it's a wonderful place to be. It's a great place to grow up with. I would encourage anyone to move to Townsend and grow up with. I see it growing. I hope it grows in a positive way, so that we can still have the wonderful things that we have in Townsend, the Squanicook River, the the paths, the all of this wonderful stuff that we have in Townsend. So that's what I would like to see.
Thank you so much. We appreciate you.
Yeah, we really do appreciate you telling us all this. It was really interesting to learn.
Oh, good. And like I say, if you need to talk with me again, I'd be happy to sit down again with you guys.
Thank you so much.
Yeah, good job though.